Yeah, it's decently expensive, minus 530. Let's see if we can't push anybody else into doing fertilizer. Nah, looks like that is it. So that should be the demand for fertilizer, at least for a little while. Unless we build explosives, of course. We're at minus 530. We have 8 queued. They now do 140 per level. So we're plus like 5,000, so we have too many. Alright, let's go back here then. Let's see here. So 530 divided by 140 per level, that means 3.7. So we should probably build no more than 4 in total. I hate how every time you like remove a building from the queue, it resets the entire queue. So they just scroll back down. That is pretty annoying. Alright, we fixed our construction queue up. Let's go with that. I'd really like to get rid of this budget deficit, but I think I might just suck it up and hit the Austrians right now. I think now is the time we launch our little leadership play. Force a diplomatic play. Mobilize all the armies, please. And offensive corps number 1 is properly stationed in North Germany, so they're now useful. Although it looks like we might be against Hesse-Kassel and Bavaria, maybe. No, I think we have like open borders here, is what that means. Alright, let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, I need to go ahead and start those colonies in... Well, I can open the correct one. There it is. Fang and Luango. There we go. Alright, Fang and Luango are in. They're gonna need some local infrastructure. We'll throw some ports onto the top of the pile. That'll get them upgraded and connected together. And then we'll get working on probably some plantations not too long after that. Let's see, fabric or dye. What's it gonna be? Sugar's pretty cheap. Fabric is at minus 13%. Dyes are kind of expensive. We get a lot of them from imports. I would like to fix that if I could. They do have coal actually in Prussian Congo, interesting. But let's go with a dye plantation after the port here as well. And I'll set those at the end of the queue. Alright, there is indeed just one front, so we can assign pretty much everybody to that one front. Except for maybe one defensive corps. Oh, we need 2 commanders for offensive corps number 2. Let's go with the experienced offensive planner. That sounds great to me. With the persistent as well. We get plus 10% offense and surprise maneuver chance, plus 50% of that. And minus 50% morale loss. Oh, this guy is a historical character, so he gets a little special wreath around his icon. Let's check everybody else, make sure that we are good to go. We are indeed good to go. Initially, we're going to go with everybody on defense. There is no reason to push them right away. We'll see if they want to take the fight to us or not. Alright, we have a rousing speech captivating the public. We can get enactment success chance, or armed forces get a little bit of strength. No thank you. Let's just take more success chance. We're actually going to need some more bureaucracy in not too long, I bet. Yeah, we're going to need some more bureaucracy, that's for sure. I'm going to want to do an institution here, so I need 100 more for that. And then another institution here, not too long, so that'll be another 200, so I need 300, let's say 400 total bureaucracy. Are we coming up on any kind of like archive thing? There's identification documents, which is not what I'm looking for. It's central planning. That's pretty far away for government administration production methods. So we're not going to worry about that. We're instead going to go ahead and build some more government administrations. 65, so I need about 400. That means I need to build 6 of these. We'll find the places with tax problems as well and build them here. It should be cheaper overall, ideally. Although Bohemia already has quite a few. I say we build all 6 in Silesia. Concentrate them together to make as much bureaucracy as possible. Silesia should also have some paper mills. They do indeed. Thinking of that, we also need to improve our innovation. We need 5.99 innovation. Every single university gives 3, so we should build 2 universities at least. Let's build 2 in Bohemia and 2 in East Prussia. I'd like to build 1 in Poznan as well. We'll go ahead and do that now. I want to get at least 2 in all of my major states. Now, do I care more about... I think I care more about innovation than I do about textile mills and fertilizer and all that jazz. So let's push the universities near the front of the queue, but we'll finish everything that we've already been working on. And then everything else can come after that, or we can move it around as necessary. Alright, so how is this going here? Austria is only being supported by Krakow. That's it. Nobody else. Sounds good to me so far. And holy crap, we have so many supporters. It'd be wonderful if Austria would back down, but I don't think they're going to do that. Come on, baby. We're so close to fighting Austria mano a mano. Alright, we're in. Nobody wanted to get involved. That sounds great to me. And War of Austria breaks out for German leadership. Let's see how things develop over time, if anybody wants to push. If they don't want to push, we might have to set some offensive corps to attack. Discord within the intelligentsia. Interesting. So I could lose intelligentsia to gain enactment success chance, or lose even more intelligentsia to make the petit bourgeoisie stronger. No thank you. Let's go with number 1. I don't think anybody is actually fighting on the front here, are they? Yeah, no active battles. No one wants to push. You know, I got an interesting idea here. And it starts with the southern coast. If all he has here is a bunch of shitty defensive garrisons that are like 10 strong, 4 strong, we might be able to get a little naval combat going on. Oh yeah, we need to make the Armada do something useful. We'll see where this Austro-Hungarian fleet goes. Probably right here. Yep. Alright, y'all need to deal with that little problem. We're going to go ahead and push. We'll send Offensive Corps 2 into advance. We'll also send Offensive Corps number 1 to advance as well. We'll use heavy barrage, I think, for this commander. He'll kill more people that way. Devastates the land, but whatever. Unleash hell, brothers. Alright, 2 battles up. We are actually losing more dead. This is the thing I didn't want to do. I did not want to push these guys. But we're winning the second battle. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We're winning the second battle. I wonder if we're actually going to pull it off. We're not going to win the first battle. Oh, there's a South German mass exodus. Is that from us? Yeah, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of that little flag before I read it. That was an accidental thing. Yeah, they fought to the last man down here. But we won the fight, just barely. We're not going to win this fight though, that's for sure. Alright, we've exhausted ourselves enough. Let's stop the push. Go into defend front. Now we need to consider what we need to do with the rest of our people. We could just throw everything at them, but I want to see what they do in response. And election results are in. Agrarian and Progress are winning enormously. Let's take a look at our government here. We could do better with the landowners in government, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to stay as we are, and this is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. We have dedicated police force. Wonderful. Now the Junkers are even less powerful. This fight is more of a straight up fight than I expected. They are now using skirmish infantry, so we're on a even playing field. Okay, so after that, what other laws are we going to pursue? Well, I would like to maybe get rid of colonial exploitation. Although I guess that's fine. I can't get rid of it even if I wanted to. Only the armed forces support resettlement. I'd really like to get rid of monarchy, but I think the devout are still, yeah, they still get pissed off about it. We could go to protectionism. That would lower tariffs on imports slightly for no priority. But if we did protect domestic supply, that would really improve our tariffs on exports, which would keep our goods to ourselves. You know, I talk about that, but trade does bring us a lot of money. Like, we get 16.6 thousand from tariffs. We could increase that and make more money, but that would actually be not as much money as you would think it would be because the market would naturally respond. Or it should, assuming that the simulation is well made. Which Victoria 3 is a pretty good simulation. Looking at our iron, we make 8,000, we sell 6,000, 1.7 thousand of which is trade sectors. That would drop a little bit if we increase tariffs, but it would also make iron cheaper. It hurts our economy a little bit, but it also helps make construction goods cheaper. We're actually intentionally exporting some of this iron. Whether or not we want to continue doing that is based on our iron mine productivity, which is doing pretty good. So let's actually cut that iron trade route right there. We really produce too much hardwood. Let's definitely set all of our lumber. Let's set all of our lumber to softwood and leave them as they are. Double check the hardwood price after that. Let's step it forward a moment. Yeah, it's still super cheap. So that makes our logging a lot more profitable. Oh man, our standard living is already up to 12.1. That's really impressive. You know, I'm not sure what we're going to do about this whole war thing. They've got the front very well, like, defended. And they do have skirmish infantry now. So they're capable defenders. I think we might have to do something wily with a naval invasion down here. If we can catch them off guard, we can win. But we've already got like all of our troops stationed right here. Except of course for the 40 stack. I quite like the idea of a little cheeky naval invasion. So let's deal with this fleet. Let's deal with this fleet first. Did we actually lose that fight? 50 versus 15 and we lost that fight? Are you joking? You're not joking. And now it was fully repaired. We have... Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did you switch to ironclads instantly, bro? We don't have ironclads. And that ruined your ability to fight, didn't it? Oh wait, no. Thank god. Okay. So this is what we could upgrade to or we could build. Okay. These dudes are still here. Look at this. Like, they couldn't fight a little bit longer? What the hell, dude? I think we might need to make this a 60 strong flotilla in order to match our commanders. Maybe that's the problem. They have 100% organization, 97% morale. Yeah, naval battles are bugged in this one. That's basically a guarantee. Alright, let's try to do a cheeky naval invasion, which is like what always seems to win, I feel like. We don't want to go into the mountains if we can get away with it. But I'm not sure there's a place. Well, Istria might be the best spot to land. That way we could potentially like subdivide their nation. Yeah, let's plan for a landing in Istria. It's gonna take 5 weeks. Oh my god, our convoys are getting sunk left and right. Thankfully we have a bunch. Are we gonna get intercepted down here? No, I see they have a bunch of little minor fleets sitting around everywhere. Oh, okay, our convoys are getting really destroyed. Oh, they're actually moving their troops around here. I guess they're getting a warning, perhaps. Oh, Great Britain started a take treaty port diplomatic play against Japanese shogunate. We're not going to get involved in that one. Market access is... Oh, it's probably a result of like the convoys, right? Yeah. That's always an issue with going to war. When you have an overseas empire. Alright, so we have 40 battalions versus 55. We're probably going to lose. But they're distracted. So let's push with everybody that is reasonably capable of pushing on the northern front at the same time. We'll just throw everybody into the meat grinder and possibly lose the war as a result, because I feel like often he who attacks first loses. We're actually winning a couple battles. Interesting. Not gonna win this one, that's for sure, but we'll win this second one right here. Steam donkey, wonderful. I think this makes it cheaper to run the place in terms of labor. Let's consider using those immediately. It would use less coal. It would produce less coal to use more engines. How does that make sense? Is this bugged? No, it lowers the labor cost. That is what it does. Gotcha. No, that would actually hurt them quite a bit. Not here though. Let's do it here. I think it makes sense anywhere that we have issues with like population availability, like peasants and stuff. Like we could probably use a steam donkey in the logging camps. That would help a lot. Like a lot. Oh, we have a duel here. Let's resolve this real quick. So Wolfgang Waldschmidt, the agitator who supports Presidential Republic, is challenging the Prince, really, an admiral. Admiral Prince Heinrich von Hohenzollern. We could let them fight, or we could stop it. We could ban dueling. The armed forces would get upset with us. That would lose some offense, defense. I don't want to do that. Let them fight. Hey, the agitator died, so there goes our little agitator. Yeah, steam donkey in places like Westphalia actually makes more sense because population's kind of tight here. I'm always not too sure about the calculations that they run. It seems like productivity always ends up going up, but maybe it doesn't actually, if you wait long enough. Nope, it went up, even though it said it would probably go down. You know, in that case, I'm very inclined to go ahead and do that, and this as well. That did actually reduce the productivity in some of our iron mines, but that's okay. And same thing with the sulfur. We need population freed up. They gotta do something more important with their lives, basically. Let's also do rail transportation to reduce the number of people that we make use of. I think I want to do that. Let's just do it everywhere, man. Everybody uses rail transportation. Although we'll see just how bad the transportation crisis is. I'm not going to do it for plantations quite yet. Mines, yes. Plantations, not yet. Actually, I'm not even sure that a lot of plantations have access to railways yet. Oh yes, and logging camps, of course. Except Brandenburg, apparently. We can exempt that one. We can probably get away with vineyards, though. Rhineland and Bohemia. Yeah, let's do that for rail transportation. And that should free up a lot of population to go do something else with their lives. How are things going over here? Probably not very well. Yeah, we don't win very many of these fights. We are really exhausting the Austrians, though. Maybe we can just overwhelm them. Although our own troops are very exhausted as well. I think we stop here, and we need to go ahead and recognize that we need to go into the defense and just hold position. The naval landing is almost assuredly not going very well, and indeed it is not. Yeah, they had plenty of time to respond. Naval invasions are no longer what they used to be. Them getting up to skirmish infantry has made them a lot more capable. Man, our convoys are getting wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. And a lot of that is actually from damage in the North Sea. We got civilizing missions, so now we can do some more investment in colonial affairs. Not quite yet. We need some more bureaucracy first. We'll get there eventually. That does mean that we need to push forward the government administrations and push down the textile mills. Maybe even the fertilizer plants, depending on how expensive fertilizer is. We are at plus 14%, minus 409 total. I think we want to push the government administrations ahead of those as well. Alright, after civilizing mission, let's take a look at military and see what we can go with. We clearly need a better edge now. Breech loading artillery would unlock shrapnel artillery. Let's do that. We have a peace deal proposed. That's not gonna happen. Although it might have to happen. We might need to back off and get a military edge. Or figure out a way to get somebody else involved. We do have an actual shortage in Bohemia of transportation, as well as a couple other places. But I think it'll resolve itself naturally. Oh, Brunswick capitulated. Okay. We discovered rubber in West Guinea. Oh my god, can my navy come home, please? Can y'all stop? Can you stop trying to invade? Is there a way to tell you to stop? Like, stop, my dude. You don't have to keep doing this to yourself. We lost 2 out of 3 so far. Okay, so they're almost gonna come home. I need my armada back. Mecklenburg gave up. Okay. Is there gonna be another land battle lost? Oh, there we go. Now I can cancel it. Okay, so you have to click it on the map and then cancel it. Gotcha. Alright, yeah, please come home. Thank you. Oldenburg gave up. Saxe-Meningi gave up already. Failed naval invasion. Anholm gave up. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody's given up. That's totally fine by me. Are they going to push us now? I would love for them to push us. That's what I really want. Rubber rush. Rubber has been successfully grown in Prussian Western New Guinea. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult to meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. So this place seems to be the most effective. We'll do it in Prussian Western New Guinea or Western New Guinea gets migration attraction. No, let's do it here. Alright, please tell me that you can actually deal with these morons. 75% organization versus a not that much better in terms of manpower 15 flotilla fleet. You should win this fight. Oh, you have issues with... You lost an admiral. Gotcha. Alright. Let's take the Junkers dude. That's a naval commander. We'll go send the navy to hopefully deal with this little problem over here in the form of the Austrian fleet. We're actually at the disadvantage at the moment. We need to throw on these dudes as well. Defensive Corps number 3. The Austrians keep suing for white peace over and over. Hey, we got socialism. Now that is going to increase our minimum expected standard of living from literacy though. How United North Rhine metal producers is losing prosperity. I think maybe we accept that the War of Austria is not going anywhere. I would say that we don't really have the manpower to deal with this little problem. And we've actually lost some of our population in this fight. So we need to back off, we need to gain a military edge and then come back later. Yeah, they got more men here than us. Yeah, more men, 140k manpower compared to 125k. Maybe we can just dig in long enough that we can get the breech loading artillery and then we can apply it. 9 to 12 weeks. Let's just wait. We'll dig in, we'll wait, see what happens here. Although that does cost us attrition. Attrition is just stupid, man. 172,000. That is ridiculous. I suppose that we should back off and then upgrade our military, come back and deal with you later. Fine. We propose white peace. Fine. Hey, the Communist Manifesto. The increasing wealth disparity among our society has become injurious and clear as a sight's edge. A pamphlet named The Communist Manifesto, and written by a socialist revolutionary, has captivated the attention of the masses. I don't think that grammar makes a lot of sense. So we could do, our people could benefit from these teachings, trade unions get more interest group attraction. 95% chance Karl Heinrich Marx appears. Ooh. Either way, it looks like everything except for the last one, Karl Marx appears. Or unite indeed. We get even more trade union attraction. I'd like to do that actually, let's do that. Perhaps the loss of the war has shown our people, what is this? You want to trade states. You want to give me French Guinea for Prussian windward coast. French Guinea. Are you talking about this giant section right here? No, this little section, I bet. In exchange for Prussian windward coast. You want me to give up a coast tile to get a tiny little section of French Guinea right here? Yeah, no. I'm not stupid, pal. Jesus, dude, we have apparently... We had for a moment like 97% of pops in Brandenburg being below expected standard of living. I wonder when they're deployed if they have like a really bad standard of living. Paul Brahmi has appeared in Prussia. So did we get Karl Marx or not? Did we really get the 5% where we did not get Karl Marx? We're gonna be pretty annoyed. I guess we did. 5% chance and we got it. Alright, French against some Brunei? Oh, no. Bro. You bastard. You're trying to conquer North Borneo. That is the whole thing. Damn it. I should have done it sooner. I don't think it's worth killing a bunch of our people over. So we're just going to bail on that one. In consideration of that, let's take a look around again. Oh, I really want to push the South Africa thing. What if we take Pontianak? And then we can push Lanfang and Sambas after that. Question is whether or not anybody gets in our path. France is not going to do it. The Dutch probably aren't going to do it. I don't think the English will do it. It depends how the English feel about these guys. The English couldn't care less. Okay. Maybe we do a little something over here in Borneo. We cannot do it. Why? Oh, this is under the Dutch East Indies, I bet. Yeah, they're a puppet of the Dutch East Indies. Okay. We can do Lanfang. We can't do Sambas. Sambas must be a puppet of Great Britain. It is indeed a puppet of Great Britain. Oh, this is not cool, man. I think Borneo might be something that we may have to just ignore until we can take it away from the other great powers. I think we'll get there. Our GDP is... Oh, it suffered bad in that war. It suffered real bad. It was doing a lot better. I think we just chill out from pushing. Leave the rest of the world pretty much alone, build up, modernize our military, and then push Austria again. Alright, we have breech loaders. I'm pretty much immediately going to upgrade all of our troops. Well, maybe not all of our troops. We do have a truce with Austria. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, everybody gets upgraded here. The interface is a little glitched out. Like in Defensive Corps 3, we clearly have 3 artillery battalions available. But it says we have 0 right here. It says there's none. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's definitely still glitchy. Alright, everybody has their instructions to upgrade. What are we going to do next? I'd really like to get to trench works, but that's going to take many years. And that's the next upgrade from skirmish infantry. Maybe we could have gotten somebody to join us in that fight against Austria. I don't think Russia would have joined us. You know, I probably should have done some mobilization options as well now that I think about it. I didn't realize that the Austrians would be on equal footing with us. I should have checked beforehand. We could go with monitors for the naval upgrade of frigates. That would actually create some pretty good demand for ironclads. Self-propelled torpedoes also unlocks torpedo boats. I'm not too sure what we care about those. I'm not sure how much we care about those, I mean. Modern nursing would unlock field hospitals. Now, field hospitals would really increase our recovery rate. And that's the percentage of casualties that a military unit takes that survive, in some cases by becoming dependents. Yeah, we probably need to do field hospitals next. We're gonna need opium for that though. And oh lord, here comes the opium need. Let's have a look around, see who's got opium. It should be the Raj in Persia, really. Alright, so this is production of opium on the map. We're gonna have to trade with the British Raj, unfortunately. That's a reason to go into the Middle East, though. Let's think about some interest to declare. I'd like to know how many I have, please. Alright, one more. Could go into Persia. Probably gonna go into Persia. Let's go ahead and... How soon do I plan to fight that next war against Austria? That's a good question. I think we need trench works first. We could go straight there, and that would be 19 months plus the 7 years to get trench works. There's a huge penalty for unresearched technologies in earlier eras. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's go back over to society real quick, take a look around. Corporatism doesn't really appeal to me. I don't think I have an interest in less radicals from standard living decreases in accepted cultures. Like, yeah, I have quite a few radicals right now, but it's not that bad. We're at a little over 10%, well, close to 15% of our population is radicalized. Camera I don't really care for. Philosophical pragmatism might be kind of useful. Human rights for Social Security doesn't really appeal to me, although compulsory primary school does appeal to me. Same thing with multiculturalism and protected speech. We need population. The bigger we are, the more powerful we are. I think we go with human rights next. Let's do that. But before we make our choice for sure, I want to double check our production queues here. Well, not production queues, but our production tree. So we could do steam-powered threshers for our rye farms. That would reduce our labor cost. That'd be pretty nice. Would be pretty nice indeed. And dynamite. Ooh, dynamite. I want to do dynamite. Let's do dynamite instead. Production is just king. Production really is just king in this game. We need more GDP. I think we'll do dynamite into human rights right after that. Alright. Let's go ahead and invest our bureaucracy into something. I think we might do it into police first, actually. Let's do police first. And let's also do colonial affairs. We won't have enough for both, but we'll just build some more government administrations eventually. It won't be too hard to deal with. That fight really showed me that I need a second fleet to really stand up to fleets around our home waters while we're away from our home shores. That caused me a lot of grief, man. I've got a lot of debt now. I'm paying 8.76 thousand pounds per week in interest, which is not that bad. We need to rectify this little problem, and we have a lot of standard of living increases. So I think we should push this button right here and go with that. I need to get my debt fixed so I can stop paying this much money in interest. It's not that bad, but it's not great. It's money that I could be using elsewhere. Although that money, I think it goes mainly into your general population anyway. Oh, we got a little love letter from Hanover. They want a defensive pact? No, thank you. Let's go ahead and let's do another round of improving relations. We'll do Great Britain. I don't think we'll do Russia. We'll do France again, top them off. I'm really just topping off most people. The reality is I just don't care about the opinions of most of these people. Oh yeah, some laws. Let's do some laws. If I can do anything that makes sense. I think that's a big issue here. We could go to child labor being restricted. That would reduce the dependents' income, but allow us to educate our population better. The trade unions support this. Nobody but the trade unions supports it though. Well, the intelligentsia supports it, armed forces supports it. The industrialists don't like it. Not surprising. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. I don't think there's much else that really appeals to us at the moment. We're really just licking our wounds. Let's go ahead and also alter our little mobilization options here. So I could do extra supplies to give them groceries input as well as grain input. That'll get them more offense and more defense. Changing this and gives them malice for how long does it do it?